So that was a moment I thought, I want to share this knowledge to a larger audience.
Take it as a compliment. As a YouTuber, usually you meet people in their t-shirts, in their sneakers.
You just need to train hardcore. In my language, I say, gadar machani gym mein.
Hi guys, here we are with Jeet Salal, correct? From Aesthetics, and today I want to know your story. Firstly, welcome to ThinkVID.
Thank you very much.
And I want you to share with us your story. Firstly, how would you introduce yourself? How do you want people to know you?
So basically, my name is Jeet Salal, and I'm a fitness YouTuber. And of course, I do other things as well, not just YouTube. We have a fitness academy. We run gym chains on the name of my company, which is Himalayan Stallion.
Yes.
So we are doing a couple of things other than YouTube. Apart from that, I started my journey basically when I finished my school. I went to UK for my sports science and management degree.
So your interest in sports was always there? That was always your passion? In a way.
From the beginning, I was into sports. I used to be, a taekwondo player. So I did it for a while. Then I played basketball. That, fitness was always there. So I thought of making my career in sports. So I thought of, learning about the management side of it, the marketing side of it, and of course the science side of it. So I went to the UK, did my degree from there, worked there for like a couple of years. Then I moved to Australia. Okay. So I worked there as well. I worked for a rugby club, and I was doing sports management for that. So after that, then I decided to sort of start a YouTube channel.
When was it? How old were you at that time?
It was in late 2015. So basically it was a need which I wanted to fill. There was a huge gap of information, and people, especially the young kids, are falling into the trap of steroids and drugs. Those who want to.
Are we talking about India particularly,
we are talking about all over the world,
all right,
basically.
All right.
But this thing which got me stuck when I went to my hometown, I saw a small kid who was suffering from the side effects of steroids and drugs. He just wanted to get a six-pack ab. So it was that moment I thought, I need to share this information about fitness, like how to stay healthy, what you should eat, how do you train, and what sort of things you should stay away from, like steroids and drugs. You don't need that. Even if you're doing bodybuilding, or even if you sort of want to get a healthy lifestyle. So that was a moment I thought, I want to share this knowledge to a larger audience. So what's better than YouTube? And I started the YouTube channel when I was in Australia, and it took me like a couple of months, or maybe let's say 6 or 7 months. And then, it started, and now we are a 2.4 million family.
That's amazing.
So in YouTube. So it was a good start. Then
it was a quick start though. I think it was that's not usually the stories I hear. Usually, people take 2-3 years to where the channel picks up. So 6-7 months, it's congratulations.
Maybe I was lucky.
Luck is obviously, of course, but it's also about the execution, weight of execution.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Maybe I was the thing which I wanted to say was the actual gap which I wanted to fill. So there was a communication and the information gap which I filled. So it was a good start, but then I realized then I have to sort of take this a step ahead. Then I moved to India. Now we are running a couple of businesses here.
When did you come back to India?
I think late 2018.
Okay, that's very recent. Very recent. So from 2015 to 2018, you were running the channel from
YouTube
Australia.
Channel, yes.
And when you started it, I'm sorry. When you started it, did you target particularly the Indian audience, or your channel was in English and you were?
Yes, of course. I always thought that there are a lot of fitness YouTube channels in English. So there was a gap in Hindi, like nobody was talking about. Yes, there were, but the thing which I wanted to share, it was absent from the YouTube. So I thought of, let's just make videos in Hindi, and it will be a bigger reach in India. So that's exactly happened, and it got me connected, and now I feel blessed that
Yes,
it's
yes.
working. So
Amazing story. So when was it that you said, okay, 6-7 months until it started picking up? But when was the moment when you knew, okay, this is going to be my full-time focus for at least at that time before you started your other company?
So I never thought it like that. That YouTube is going to be my full-time thing, because I've always been a professional. I was working for a big company and a big sports club as a sports manager. I knew that I have to do something other than YouTube. So that's why I started the other businesses like gym chains, like fitness academy, where we teach people, where we train people to become fitness trainers or nutritionists. So I started that along with the YouTube channel. Yes, YouTube was a platform where I sort of, shared all the information and, got more people to understand what I'm doing. So it was a combination of everything, not just YouTube. So, but YouTube helped a lot, in terms of promoting my business and everything.
And so when did it happen that YouTube started to make you money? Because that's of course a question that many ask, especially those who are starting with a niche. Not just creating random improvised content, but people who have a vision. They say, this is what I want to share with the world. I want to teach people, and I want to do it via YouTube. Now, realistically, what was your timeline or time period when you said, okay, this I could have been comfortable if it was just YouTube after this and this many months?
So basically, whatever I've got from your question was, when did you start making money out of YouTube?
In a comfortable way.
In a comfortable way. So living in Australia and Melbourne is quite expensive if you see. And the money which was coming from YouTube, it wasn't covering everything. So I had a job, so I was earning well and good, but on a part time, if you get couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000 from YouTube, it's a cherry in the top. So that's what I thought in the beginning. I never relied on YouTube money for for my living expenses, because it's just you can't do that, and especially when you're living abroad. Yes, in India, the story is different. It's a good money, if you get that in India. But outside, it's sort of, it's just a motivation. Like, you're getting some views, you're getting a bit of money, you get, a good camera gear, and that's about it.
Why did you decide to come back to India? What was the reason?
Yes. So the basic idea was to sort of start your own venture. Like, I've worked in a couple of companies, and I thought, I'm putting my 110% in this company. Why not put the exact same intensity in my own business? So I met a friend of mine, Bhavishji is here. So we thought of sort of starting, a collaborative effort in fitness, and we have our name in fitness and people know us. So why not start a fitness academy and then, gym chains. So now we just, in a stage where we think that, yes, we are into a right path.
Nice. It's very inspiring. Very inspiring. Also, I have to say that as a YouTuber, usually this is take it as a compliment. As a YouTuber, usually you meet people in their t-shirts, in their sneakers, and you are suited up. Both of you. You have a very matching persona and how to say, energy around you. So I think this is a different way how to take the YouTube. Many people imagine it as a college kind of activity that you just run around, but you have a very professional spirit in this sense.
Thank you very much.
And so now I want to come particularly to the fitness question. One question that I have, and because me personally, I'm trying to convert to become a vegetarian, yet I'm trying to start working out to build up muscles, not to lose weight. Right. And many people come to me and say, if you want to gain muscles, you cannot be a vegetarian. But I did see that you made some videos and diet plans for vegetarians if they want to work out and gain muscles. That it is possible. It is not either or. So can you share a little bit about that?
Well, absolutely, it's possible. Doesn't matter. See, our body is basically a very complex, mechanism inside, it doesn't understand the language which we understand. It doesn't understand if it's vegetarian food, if it's non-vegetarian food, if it's milk, if it's chicken. It understands the language of macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats. Simple. So if you're giving your body protein, no matter what food source is that, and at least the amino profile is okay, then you're getting the benefit out of it. So protein in terms of vegetarians, there are plenty of foods. I would like to name a few of them.
Please.
Yeah, you can take tofu, you can take paneer, milk is there, some beans, quinoa, even whey protein I consider is a really, rich protein content for vegetarians. So there are a lot of things you can eat to get, protein from a vegetarian food source. And you will never feel any issues in terms of gaining muscle. And to sort of add to your point that, to build muscle, everybody who's training should have a goal to build muscle. That's what we should be doing. Losing muscle is a bad idea. Because when we die, we basically lose muscle. When we're growing old, we're losing muscle. We're destroying our body. So every time we're training, our aim should be to gain more muscle so that we age gracefully. Right.
I loved your answer. Thank you so much. And so I wanted to ask about the drug-free India, right? You're running also a campaign related to drug-free India. Can you please share a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So drug-free India is our mission. So I think that, you should always work for a mission. That this is the gap I wanted to fill. People do not have knowledge, especially our young kids, like the youth of India. It doesn't have the right knowledge because it was not communicated well to them. They seek the knowledge from people, those who have like just six-pack abs and nothing else. So it's the fitness science, the health science, the bodybuilding science is exactly the same as other fields. Like you learn engineering, you learn medical, you learn the other fields, architecture, whatever. This is like the same thing. I've spent 3-4 years learning sports science. So it's a complete field which you have to learn. People don't realize, people think that you go to gym, you learn everything, you understand everything. It's not like the way. So this is the reason people are falling into the trap of steroids and drugs. So that's why we want to sort of communicate the right knowledge that you do not need them. You do not need drugs and steroids just to build muscle or six-pack abs. You just need to eat healthy. You just need to train hardcore. In my language, I say gadar machani gym, right? So you have to make that gadar in the gym so that you beat your body up and then you recover fast and then you gain muscle or whatever your goal is, to build strength, muscle, lose fat, whatever. So this drug-free India mission, we've done a lot of independent events. We went to a few universities like KIIT is one of them.
Amazing.
And
how big is your team right now?
We are right now running, a gym, as I said. So all the gym staff. So apart from that, I have an editing team.
And the editing team consists of how many people?
3 people.
3 people.
3 people consist of that people. And apart from that, we need few people for the odd jobs and stuff. So I would say roughly about 20-25 people at the moment.
Okay.
And we have other trainers, those who sort of take classes in my academy. And so this is what we have at the moment.
And when you work on a video, what's usually the process of creating a video from the idea to the script to the filming to the shoot, editing?
So basically, let me just quickly tell you, I've got like 2 channels at the moment. One is the fitness channel, which is Jeet Salal Aesthetics, and the other channel is Himalayan Stallion. That's my company, basically, that's my brand. But we've got a separate channel for that, and we do documentaries, stories, about nature, wildlife, bit of vlogs are there. So the content is kind of mixed in both the channels. So the way I take up is first we thought about a story, like let's say fitness, if I talk about. Then we take a topic like which is necessary for the people to understand. Let's say how to grow biceps, let's say. Once you get the topic, you research on that, and you make few points, you get the scripting done, then you record the video in the gym environment, and then you edit, and then you publish it.
So out of, in one video, how much percent of the entire process and making is you in it? As in, because it's made 2.5 million followers,
Right.
How much involvement do you still have in this? How much decision
Right.
do you make?
So the topic and scripting, of course, I do that. And for the recording, shooting, and editing, we have a team.
Okay.
But for the documentary channel, which is close to my heart,
Okay.
because that's what I always wanted to do, you know, to be close to the nature, to express how greatly I'm in love with the mountains. That's where I'm from, by the way. I'm from the foothills of Himalayas, Himalayan stallion. So that's close to my heart. So I take that sort of channel into my hands, and I do the editing.
And you film it yourself?
I film myself.
What do you
And of
use?
course,
What kind of gear you use for that?
We've got like a couple of cameras. You know, we've got small cameras, big cameras. We've got you know, gimbals. You know, all these different lenses. So we have drones and everything. We have all that stuff. And of course, when you are shooting a documentary, you need a few people as well. You know, you need a team. Once I take all the footage, I come back to my place and I sit with my editors and I say that this thing, I will edit this thing. And it takes me like, you know, a couple of months to edit that, because obviously I don't have that much time.
Also in
yes.
many other ways.
But I want to, you know, because the story which I wanted to say, I'm the only one who can say that story. So I don't want to rely on someone else to edit that.
I understand.
So,
but that just shows that, you know, you truly do what you love.
Yes.
You don't want anyone else to touch it.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was very inspiring to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
I learned a lot. Thank you so
very
much.
much.
It was a pleasure. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.